Hello.
Which one do you want? Which do you prefer?
Whichever one you feel like it.
Okay, welcome back to Secret Base Trainer. Well, maybe next week tune in for the more intense version. Secret Base Trainer. Never again.
I just pushed up a few more subscribers with that one.
Yeah.
Or dropped a few.
Yeah. Cheers. Good stuff.
Cheers.
A shout out real quick to Alex Cook.
Yes.
Our contributor. He contributes to the State of the Game. 4-time World Championship participant. He was supposed to compete in the Toronto Regional Championship this past weekend. I was talking to him about it right before the event was supposed to start, and apparently he wasn't able to make it because of inclement weather. It shut down airports, and I was talking to him. He said apparently across X, a lot of players were experiencing the same thing. Yeah. He's been playing very well recently, but he does seem motivated, to do it again, and we'll have him on Secret Base Trainer again soon. I have some really cool videos coming up.
Yeah, definitely. We'll keep an eye on his next tournament. All right, what have you got in store for us?
First of all, I got something. This is kind of cool for you. I got a box for you. This arrived. I actually have this arrived. This is from Birthday. It's kind of a mom and kids shop, like baby goods and things like that. And they do Pokemon lotteries sometimes. I have this one and then 2 more coming. So I'll let you, when those arrive, I'll let you take your pick. We'll weigh them just for fun. The results have been inconclusive. So I opened a box that was supposed to have a God Pack or an MUR, and it just had an SAR. So
but you're talking about weighing the whole box, right?
And so I'll just, when you're on video with me one time, I'll weigh it and let you choose which one you want to send. But at the start of the week here, there's going to be a restock of Inferno X at Family Mart convenience stores. So I'm gonna do a run, but I'm afraid I have connections with some of these stores now. They let me know when they get restocks, but it's probably gonna be like a 5 per person limit. I don't think I can cheese like a, hey, can you hook me up with a box? Unfortunate news, I guess you could say. This is coming from the East Coast out in the States. There were some leaks for an as of yet unnamed English set centering around Greninja. We saw there were some shots of a Greninja SAR. There were some trainer rares, there was a Crobat, and so apparently people thought originally that they were just very well made fakes, but apparently someone alleged, the last time I heard about it, someone actually stole cards, likely a worker, from the pack. They took it to a card show, someone bought it and then bragged about it online, and now it's likely that Pokemon, as protective as they are, they're going to be breeding down all the necks of all the parties involved. You just don't mess with them. They're pretty ruthless. They'll destroy your life. Moving forward, we're approaching the 30th anniversary. I think it all picks up in February. Pokemon Korea put up this graphic of the 30th anniversary celebrations with Magikarp. So whether it's just something exclusive to them or it's a worldwide component of the celebrations, Magikarp looks like it's going to play some role. I say this in many contexts. When there's a good idea, if it's a good idea, Pokemon's not going to do it. They would make all the money in the world if they created a proper Disneyland-style amusement park.
Oh, yeah.
But they never have, and they likely are never going to. Again, it's a good idea, so they're not going to do it. They put out this, it's a Pokepark Kanto, and if you like that stuff, fair play, but it's not my cup of tea. I think the opening of the park is in February. You could say it's technically an amusement park, but it's essentially like you go to a Pokemon Center, they have these these large display figures in the Pokemon centers, like a Pikachu or a Gyarados. So like Shibuya has this Mewtwo encased in glass in a tube. It's essentially, they created this park. It's essentially a park, an outdoor park with a merry-go-round and those types of statues littered around, and a Pokemon cafe. It's kind of the most minimal effort thing you could have done. They could have really gone all out and made it a really cool place, like immersive, like Harry Potter land or something. They didn't, but tickets are all sold out. I created an account last week to get into the line. I think it's booked out through April or something like that now, because given the fact that London put out a jumbo card for the upcoming the Natural History Museum exhibit, at some point it's likely we'll get something card related. And there's precedent in the past when they've had an amusement park, they've done little events at amusement parks and they've done park cards for that. But at some point, I would not be surprised. I would expect they're going to do something, but there's nothing yet, and it's still selling out. On top of that, we've seen multiple collaborations officially announced. And there's going to be probably overseas. I don't know about Japan, but overseas, you're going to have a McDonald's battle to get cards. People are going to be fighting over Happy Meals, and then Adidas. Another big one was Lego. I'm sure you saw the Legos. The most expensive one, the starter trio, the Evolved starter trio is over 600. I got a trainer badge one that's kind of cute, but they do actually authentic, real looking versions of them that are much better. What I'm really disappointed, I wanted minifigures. I wanted all the Pokemon to be in little minifigures. It's just, they just made these special components that are only for these Pokemon. Did you see Pikachu? He looks like Frankenstein. He looks horrendous. But then there was this exclusive mini Pokemon Center version, homie. I would have loved to have everything not be focused on the Pokemon themselves, but like playsets, like this Pokemon Center or this city or this scene from the game.
That's a good idea.
And then make all the little minifigures. Wouldn't it be cool to have, instead of these ridiculous pieces that you can't actually play with, all have like make 3 or 4, make all the Pokemon into minifigures?
I'd rather have this. I'd rather have this guy.
That's amazing. Agreed.
Than the big giant Frankenstein Pikachu.
Agreed. And
are all the pre-orders gone?
They're gone. And we were talking earlier last week. Remember about the queues on Pokemon Center? It wasn't about Pokemon cards. It was about the Lego Pokemon. So that's what it was. They were apparently within hours. They were gone.
Just wanted to share some news on this. I'm sure you heard about it, right?
I did hear about that story. What was interesting for me, they very clearly knew what to get. There were lots of things in that shop, and they obviously did their research. They knew what to go after. Yeah,
some armed gunmen came in, like I think it was like middle of the day.
Yeah.
And I didn't go to this store when I was in New York. I think it was closed, and I found like just a smaller store. But it's crazy. Like here's the thing why I want to talk about this is like, so they stole boxes of jungle behind like just a glass case. They were actually trying to break. The glass was stronger on some of the slab walls they had. Like, cause the guy was just like hammering at it, and it wouldn't break. But the ones that had the most expensive sealed, those are the ones that just cracked open easy, and they just like swiped all of those, and just it's kind of crazy. Like, just, you know, if you were sitting in a shop and, you know, you got a gun in your face, and then they just like closed the curtains and just went in, and I don't know what the update is on it. I haven't been following it too closely, but what it does is like, it makes me think like, why, like, you're going to be a target if you have one of these shops.
Absolutely.
Like, you are a target. And I also thought about at card shows too, because I saw people at a recent card show with boxes of jungle and old base. I'm like, you're bringing that into the venue, bringing it out of the venue, and like, this is like you're just, it's kind of crazy. Like, I know it's like nice to look at and it's great for people to see, but I don't think this will be the last, and I think people should really consider like some vaulting services.
It's going to be absolutely necessary. You're essentially carrying an expensive Rolex or platinum or gold bars around with you. You're carrying diamond necklaces, and this is, for all intents and purposes, that's what Pokemon is now, for better or worse. Yeah.
It really is. But yeah, I just wanted to touch on that. That's it.
Moving on to this week, it is on Friday. It's Munikis Zero, the newest Pokemon set here in Japan. The release of that. I have at least one box coming. A bunch of pre-orders I'm still waiting on. I'm going to do my usual rounds, not like the half day one I did last time. If you're around, I might want to do like a live opening of that. But one thing that's interesting is people reported that their pre-orders were being canceled from the Pokemon Center online. That's because they've implemented this new system where they can somewhat accurately detect if you're a reseller, like having multiple accounts and this and that. So there were all these reports of people saying my order was forced canceled. And it was largely people from several specific Asian countries. Apparently Japanese Twitter was alleging that, at least, but that is something that they've implemented.
Wow.
And now all the Munikis Zero, the standard cards have been revealed. I haven't gone so far as to look into spoilers, but I would expect if they're not out expect them
Yeah.
within a day or two.
Soon.
They'll be out. And unfortunately, they're again spoiled not by the Japanese market. They're spoiled by people overseas who somehow manage to get them before we do. Continuing on, more news. We're going to kind of jump around a little bit, but this is something that's interesting for me. They have these family starter decks. They're always cheap, inexpensive. There's nothing special about them. It's intended for a family to buy them, open up and play easily with their kids.
Yeah.
And in 2024, for the Scarlet and Violet era, they had this Battle Academy. They had two versions. They had this whenever, wherever Battle Academy, and then like a standard, larger, more deluxe version. And the larger one has 4 decks. This just has 2. Apparently, being a collector won every card. This has foil cards. This has non-foil cards. So there are variants. So I got one to open, one to put in the sealed collection.
Yeah.
But Japanese Twitter last week, some people were reporting there's interest in these. They were always cheap, like $20, but there's reportedly more collectors' interest in them because they're mass produced. The quality is not very good, so they're often off-centered.
Yeah.
So there's a high potential for a good ROI. You buy it cheap, you submit some. There's a Pikachu in here. There's several cards that people like.
Yeah.
And then you can flip if you get a 10, you flip those cards for $100. So there's renewed interest. I'm not going to do that, of course. I'm not into that game.
Yeah.
But for a product that's just been collecting dust on shelves, this one has dust on the top, homie.
Yeah.
There is renewed interest in that.
Wow. Yeah, I think I saw those a while ago. Yeah.
Another new product that's coming out very soon is the 2025 every year for the World Championships. The winners from different divisions get their winning decks made into Pokemon card products.
Yeah.
This doesn't make its way to Japan, but I think this year there was someone, maybe there were 2 English speakers, a Japanese person, a Chinese maybe, and their decks are all in English, but they come in this very nice English package. And then they're not art exclusive cards, so I don't collect them, but they do have an exclusive stamp because they have the player's signature print stamped on each card. So there's some collectability to those, yeah, if that's something you're interested in. In Japan, at least, they have 2 main formats for the card game. They have what is considered to be standard, like modern cards is a regulation mark. You have to play, all your cards have to be within this regulation. And they have what's considered to be expanded, cards that are out of circulation for standard, but it's kind of more of a, it's a bigger pool of cards you can choose from. And recently, Pokemon Japan banned this card, Medicham V, from expanded play. And a lot of the players, the hardcore, the pros, they are looking at this and they're saying there's nothing in past sets that make this a combination with this card overpowered. So there's a lot of speculation that something coming out in the next set or something later this year, when combined with this card, is going to make it overpowered. It would be an unfair combination. Yeah. So proactively, they decided to ban this card from expanding. Wow. Might be a good card for someone to buy a lot of copies of.
Yeah, it might be the next Kabuto game.
Yeah, Medicham Man. There we go. That's what it'll be. Yeah.
I think that's it for us. You went through all the news. I just had one news. You are fully loaded with the news.
You're taking a little nappy over there, just relaxing, man. Enjoying that Snorlax over there.
I tell you what, like, it's doing something. It's like it's hitting me. But it is late in the evening on my side.
Yeah, we have a lot of cool things coming up in the next couple of weeks, so we'll be back. I'm gonna get to putting your battle collection and our winner in some cases, and then we'll be back very soon.
Thanks everyone for stopping in, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye bye. You're Base Trainer.